Have you ever pondered the existence of ancient genetic manipulation? It's a question that might seem outlandish, almost science fiction, but bear with me. Genetic manipulation, a concept that has become the cornerstone of modern science, is not as new as we might like to think. This tale begins with the double helix, the blueprint of life that we've come to know as DNA. Today, with the advancement of technology, we've learned to tinker with this delicate structure, to edit genes, to cure diseases, and even bring extinct species back from the dead. However, the concept of manipulating life at its core isn't a product of the 21st century. Now I want you to step away from the gleaming stainless steel of modern laboratories and journey back, way back, to a time when mankind was taking its first baby steps towards civilization. Picture yourself in ancient Sumeria, cradle of civilization, where the earliest forms of writing were being etched onto clay tablets. It is here, amidst the dust and heat of Mesopotamia, that our story truly begins. For it is in these ancient texts that some believe lie tales of genetic manipulation, not by the hands of Sumerians themselves, but by beings from another world, a claim as fascinating as it is controversial. Stories from authors like Zecharia Sitchin and Billy Carson suggest that these ancient texts hold more than meets the eye, hinting at a narrative that challenges our understanding of human evolution. A narrative that suggests that we, Homo sapiens, might be the result of an ancient experiment, a manipulation of our genetic code by extraterrestrial visitors. But before we descend into the rabbit hole of these intriguing theories, remember, we're just scratching the surface here. We're setting the stage, introducing the players, and preparing you for a journey into the depths of ancient history and modern science, one that will challenge your understanding of humanity's origins. So, are you ready to take this leap into the unknown? Hold on to your curiosity as we delve back into time, to the dawn of civilization, to ancient Sumeria. Imagine a civilization thriving nearly 6,000 years ago, documenting stories that challenge our modern understanding of biology. This civilization is none other than the ancient Sumerians, a society that existed in the southernmost region of Mesopotamia, what is now modern-day Iraq. The Sumerians were not just pioneers of urban life, developing the world's first known cities, but they also invented one of the world's earliest forms of writing, cuneiform. This script, etched onto clay tablets, was a system of wedge-shaped marks that were used to record everything from business transactions to epic tales of gods and heroes. But the Sumerians didn't just use cuneiform for mundane tasks. They also used it to document their cosmology, their understanding of the universe, and it's here that things start to get interesting. Many of these texts, some of which have survived till today, contain stories that are eerily similar to what we might call science fiction. The tales speak of gods descending from the heavens, of advanced technologies, and most intriguing of all, of genetic manipulation of humans. They describe beings from the stars called the Anunnaki, who came to Earth and created humans through genetic engineering, a concept that sounds straight out of a science fiction novel, yet was recorded thousands of years ago. These stories have been the subject of intense debate among scholars, historians, and enthusiasts alike. While some view them as mere myths and legends, others see them as historical facts, evidence of ancient extraterrestrial visitations and manipulations. The interpretations of these texts, as we will explore in the following scenes, have given rise to several theories. Some are controversial, others are fascinating, but all of them challenge our understanding of human civilization and our place in the universe. As we unearth these texts, we find whispers of a story that seems straight out of a science fiction novel. In the upcoming scenes, we'll delve deeper into these narratives and the interpretations of scholars like Zecharia Sitchin and Billy Carson. So, brace yourselves as we embark on this journey into the unknown depths of ancient knowledge and wisdom. In the heart of these texts lies an astonishing tale of creation. Our journey into the ancient Sumerian texts takes us to a narrative that is both captivating and perplexing, the creation story. The Sumerians believed that the universe was brought into existence by divine beings, entities they referred to as the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki, they say, were not of this world, but hailed from a distant planet, Nibiru. The Sumerian creation story tells of these Anunnaki descending upon Earth, seeking a precious metal, gold. They needed this gold to save their dying planet, to repair its damaged atmosphere. But the labor was hard, the toil was great, and the Anunnaki grew weary. In their plight, they turned to a solution that was as ingenious as it was audacious: the creation of a new species, a labor force to carry out the grueling work. This, according to the Sumerians, was the genesis of humankind. Now, this is where things get truly fascinating. The Sumerians didn't depict this creation as a simple act of divine will. Instead, they spoke of a process that bears a striking resemblance to what we today understand as genetic manipulation. The texts talk of the Anunnaki taking the essence of a primitive earth creature, enhancing it and infusing it with their own divine essence, their own genetic material. The result? A new being, a hybrid, capable of thought, of speech, and most importantly, capable of carrying out the labor the Anunnaki so desperately needed. The Sumerians believed that we humans are the product of this divine experiment. We are, in their view, part Anunnaki, bearing within us the genetic legacy of these celestial beings. But of course, this is not a story that aligns with our mainstream understanding of human evolution. It's a narrative that challenges our accepted notions, that poses more questions than it answers. Could these ancient texts be referring to a literal truth? Or are these stories simply metaphors, allegorical tales meant to explain the mysteries of life and existence? The Sumerian creation story, with its references to genetic manipulation, is a tale that has captured the imagination of many. It's a narrative that, despite its antiquity, resonates with our modern understanding of genetics and bioengineering. And it's a story that invites us to look beyond our accepted narratives, to question, to wonder, to seek. Could these texts be mere myths? Or could they hold a kernel of truth about our origin? Only by delving deeper into the texts, by piecing together the fragments of this ancient puzzle, can we hope to find an answer. Enter Zecharia Sitchin, a man who dared to view these ancient texts through a different lens. A scholar and author, Sitchin was not one to shy away from controversy. His interpretations of the Sumerian texts offer a different perspective on our understanding of human history, one that is far from the conventional. Born in Azerbaijan and raised in Palestine, Sitchin was proficient in multiple languages, including ancient Hebrew. His linguistic prowess enabled him to interpret the Sumerian cuneiform texts in a way few others could. Sitchin's research led him to a startling conclusion: that the gods of the ancient Sumerians were not mythical beings, but extraterrestrial visitors known as the Anunnaki. Sitchin's interpretation of the Sumerian texts posits that the Anunnaki came from a planet called Nibiru, which, according to him, is part of our solar system but has a long elliptical orbit around the Sun, bringing it close to Earth every 3,600 years. He suggested that the Anunnaki first arrived on Earth around 450,000 years ago, seeking gold to repair their planet's atmosphere. But here's where things get truly interesting. According to Sitchin, the Anunnaki didn't just come to Earth for gold. They also embarked on an ambitious experiment: the creation of a new species. Sitchin proposed that the Anunnaki used their advanced knowledge of genetics to engineer a new being, a mix of Anunnaki and hominid DNA. This being, Sitchin argued, was the first Homo sapiens, the first humans. This idea, as you might imagine, has been met with a fair bit of skepticism. Critics argue that Sitchin's interpretations are based on misreadings of the Sumerian texts, and that his ideas about the Anunnaki and human origins are more science fiction than science fact. Yet despite these criticisms, Sitchin's theories have found a dedicated following. His books have been translated into more than 20 languages, and his ideas continue to spark debate and inspire further research. What makes Sitchin's interpretation so compelling, regardless of their veracity, is their potential to challenge our understanding of human history. If Sitchin's theories were true, they would force us to rethink our place in the universe, our relationship with our planet, and the origins of our species. They would suggest that we are not simply the result of natural evolution, but the product of an extraterrestrial experiment. Sitchin's interpretations, while disputed, open a Pandora's box of questions about our past. Whether you view his theories as groundbreaking insights or imaginative speculation, there is no denying that Zecharia Sitchin's work has left an indelible mark on our understanding of the Sumerian texts and the mysteries they hold. His interpretations invite us to question, to explore, and to seek out the truth about our origins, wherever that journey may lead us. Not alone in his beliefs, Billy Carson too ventured down this rabbit hole. The world of ancient Sumerian texts isn't a solitary playground, and Carson's exploration has certainly struck a resonant chord. An ardent researcher and a passionate explorer, Billy Carson brought a fresh perspective to the table, one that echoes the whispers of genetic manipulation found within these ancient texts. Carson's fascination with the Sumerian texts was more than a mere hobby. It was indeed an intellectual pursuit that led him to the doorstep of modern science. He delved into the depths of these texts, uncovering tales that were eerily similar to the scientific concepts we know today. Billy Carson didn't just read the Sumerian texts, he lived them, he breathed them, and he questioned them. His research led him to believe that these ancient texts were not merely stories but coded messages. Messages that spoke of advanced knowledge, of genetic manipulation, and of a civilization far more advanced than we could fathom. Carson saw the tales of the Sumerians not as myths, but as historical events, masked in the cloak of storytelling. One of Carson's most intriguing findings was the parallels he drew between the Sumerian texts and modern genetic science. He argued that the texts spoke of genetic manipulation, of the creation and alteration of life forms, a concept that is a cornerstone of today's genetic research. The ancient Sumerians, according to Carson, were not merely scribes but scientists, their texts not just stories but scientific journals. Carson's interpretations of the Sumerian texts, however, weren't without controversy. His views were met with skepticism by some who argued that he was reading too much into the texts. Others, however, found his ideas fascinating, a testament to the complexity and depth of these ancient writings. The Sumerian texts, through the eyes of Billy Carson, were a treasure trove of knowledge, a testament to a civilization that was far ahead of its time. But they were also a mystery, a puzzle that needed to be solved. Carson's work, his interpretations, and his theories added a new dimension to the study of these texts, a layer that blurred the lines between mythology and science. Billy Carson's insights into the Sumerian texts and their tales of genetic manipulation are more than just theories. They're a call to revisit and reevaluate our understanding of these ancient texts. They're a reminder that history isn't always as it seems, that stories can be more than just tales, and that the past may hold the keys to understanding our future. Carson's work, much like Sitchin's, isn't definitive. It's a piece of the puzzle, a chapter in the book of understanding. It's a stepping stone, a bridge that connects the ancient world with the modern one. And while his research may be controversial, it's undeniably fascinating, a testament to the power of curiosity and the quest for knowledge. Carson's work further fuels the debate on the veracity of these ancient stories. Indeed, the world of the Sumerian texts is a rabbit hole, and the deeper we venture, the more enchanting it becomes. Beyond Sitchin and Carson, others too have ventured into this enigmatic territory. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the ancient Sumerian texts, there is a veritable treasure trove of diverse interpretations to explore. Each one offers a unique perspective, a fresh lens through which we may view these ancient writings. Acclaimed author Jason Colavito, known for his skepticism towards ancient astronaut theories, offers a critical perspective. He argues that the Sumerian texts are not a blueprint for genetic manipulation, but rather they are a reflection of the Sumerians' understanding of their world, a testament to their imagination and storytelling prowess. According to Colavito, the texts are rich in mythology and symbolism, but devoid of any scientific or technical knowledge. Contrasting this is the viewpoint of Michael Heiser, a scholar in ancient Semitic languages. Heiser acknowledges the existence of advanced knowledge in the Sumerian texts, but cautions against literal interpretations of the text's references to genetic manipulation. He suggests that these could be allegorical, representing the Sumerians' struggle to comprehend the mysteries of life and creation. Another fascinating perspective comes from Chris White, a researcher and filmmaker specializing in ancient civilizations. White argues that the Sumerian texts depict the influence of celestial bodies on human life rather than physical genetic manipulation. He suggests that the gods referenced in the texts are actually symbolic representations of planets and stars, and their interactions with humans symbolize astronomical events. Amidst these varying interpretations, it's important to note the scholarly skepticism that surrounds this subject. Many academics argue that the Sumerian texts have been misinterpreted by those seeking to find evidence of advanced ancient civilizations. They caution that the texts should be viewed in their historical and cultural context, rather than through a modern, science fiction-influenced lens. Yet despite this skepticism, the intrigue surrounding the Sumerian texts persists. Whether they are viewed as mere mythology, as symbolic representations of celestial events, or as evidence of advanced ancient knowledge, their enigmatic nature continues to captivate us. Each interpretation, no matter how disparate, adds a new layer of understanding to these ancient writings. It's crucial to remember that our understanding of the ancient Sumerian texts is continually evolving. As new discoveries are made and our knowledge of the ancient world expands, so do our interpretations of these texts. So while we may not have definitive answers, the quest for understanding continues, fueling our fascination with these remarkable artifacts of ancient civilization. In the end, the Sumerian texts remain a mirror reflecting our own curiosity and thirst for knowledge. They are a testament to humanity's enduring desire to unravel the mysteries of our past, to seek answers to our most profound questions, and to understand our place in the universe. This multitude of perspectives only adds more layers to our understanding of these ancient texts. As we continue to explore, to question, and to interpret, we enrich our comprehension of the Sumerian texts and their intriguing implications. And so the journey of discovery continues. As we stand on the precipice of this historical mystery, what conclusions can we draw? The enigmatic ancient Sumerian texts, obscured by the sands of time, have long been a beacon of intrigue for scholars, historians, and the curious-minded. We've delved into the depths of these texts, dissecting their stories, their meanings, and their implications. We've unearthed fascinating hypotheses, and in the process we've been led down a path that is as bewildering as it is enlightening. At the heart of our discourse is a provocative theory proposed by Zecharia Sitchin, a man whose interpretations have stirred the pot of conventional thought. Sitchin, in his meticulous examination of the Sumerian texts, proposed the audacious idea that the ancient Sumerians were not merely spinning tales of their gods, but were, in fact, documenting interactions with extraterrestrial beings. Beings who, according to Sitchin, genetically manipulated early humans, shaping our evolution and our history. Sitchin's theory, while controversial, has found support in the work of Billy Carson. Carson's insights have further emphasized the potential for advanced scientific knowledge within the Sumerian texts. His interpretations suggest that these ancient writings may hold the key to understanding not just our past, but also our future. Yet, as we've seen, the theories of Sitchin and Carson are not without their challenges. Other scholars have presented alternative interpretations, arguing for a more metaphorical reading of the Sumerian texts, or disputing the extent of their scientific knowledge. These contrasting perspectives remind us that history, like a multifaceted gem, can reflect different hues depending on the light in which it is viewed. The idea of ancient genetic manipulation, as outlandish as it may seem, cannot be dismissed outright. The Sumerian texts, with their intricate descriptions of the Anunnaki gods and their interactions with humans, suggest a level of scientific understanding that is staggering for a civilization of its time. Could these stories be the product of vivid imagination, Or are they the cryptic records of a reality far beyond our current comprehension? We've journeyed through the labyrinth of ancient Sumerian lore, guided by the torchlight of Sitchin's and Carson's theories. We've navigated the twists and turns of contrasting opinions, challenging our preconceptions at every corner. And at the end of our journey, we find ourselves standing on the precipice of a mystery that is as vast as it is profound. In the end, the true essence of the Sumerian texts may remain an enigma hidden beneath layers of interpretation and speculation. Yet the questions they raise about our origins, our evolution, and our place in the universe are no less significant. They push us to look beyond the surface, to probe the depths of our knowledge, and to question what we think we know. Whether fact or fiction, the Sumerian texts invite us to question, explore, and wonder about our ancient past and the mysteries it still holds. As we continue to decipher the secrets of these ancient texts, we open ourselves to new possibilities, new understandings, and perhaps new truths about our existence. In this quest for knowledge, we are reminded that the journey is as important as the destination. For it is in seeking that we truly discover, and it is in questioning that we truly understand. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey into the ancient Sumerian texts. As we've seen, these texts are a treasure trove of intrigue, posing questions that challenge our understanding of our past, our evolution, and our place in the universe. Now, we turn the discussion over to you. What are your thoughts on the Sumerian texts? Do you subscribe to the theories of Sitchin and Carson, or do you lean towards a more traditional interpretation? Share your thoughts, theories, and insights in the comments section below. Your perspectives enrich our collective understanding and bring new dimensions to this ongoing dialogue. If you've enjoyed this exploration into the enigmatic world of the ancient Sumerians, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue to bring you content that illuminates the mysteries of our past and sparks curiosity about our future. We invite you to explore other videos on our channel where we delve into more historical mysteries and unearth more hidden treasures of our ancient past. And remember, the quest for knowledge is a journey without end. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and until next time, stay curious.